Hi, I'm Rachel from Jimmy Beans Wool, and today I'm going to show you guys how to knit with two colors in the round and carry those colors up the side as you're doing it, because something that not everybody knows is that when you're knitting with two colors, if you're striping it, you don't always need to cut your yarn in between each row. You definitely don't want to do that if you're going to just pick that color up and knit it again, especially in the round, because you can hide those joins on the inside of your work. So I'm going to show you exactly how that works, and I've got this really neat little cowl here to show you a pretty good example of what we're doing here. So this is the Cambio cowl. It comes in a kit. It's by Lauren Elkin, and it looks way more complicated than it is because she uses a ombre self-striping yarn and then a solid to match with it. So it's got a lot of color in it, but it actually is only two colors that she's working with at one time. And let me just give you a quick little peek at the inside here so that you can see what I'm talking about with carrying colors up the side. You can see we've got these little lines of color going, and that is where, rather than cutting the yarn in between each row, she's actually she carried it up her work. So that's the Cambio cowl, and let me just get my swatch going here and I'll show you the actual technique. So I've got a little striped swatch here that I've done. It's in the round, and I'm going to work the red into the next stripe here. So you can see I've got my two colors back here in the back of my work, and the next one I want to use is this red. So I have just finished working with the gray. I'm going to just kind of drop that. You want to leave it in the back, just kind of hanging back there. You don't have to do anything with it, just drop it. And then as you get started with your next stitch, it's so easy, you guys. You're just going to be like blown away at how easy this is. You literally just drop the gray yarn and then pick up the red yarn and start knitting with it. And so as you knit along here, your gray yarn is still going to be connected to your work in the back. So let me just show you how this looks here. Your gray is still coming off the back here. And then if you look on the inside, you can see where the red just gets pulled up from this row right below there. So you don't have to do anything with it. Now if you were doing this flat, you would need to capture that as you're going, but that's for a different video. This is just in the round. You have these little, it's kind of a float, essentially the same thing as a float as if you were doing Fair Isle, except it's just on the inside of your work and it's not going to be seen by anybody, and you can just leave it there. So then you would just kind of continue on knitting with your next color, and then when you come around to changing colors again, you'll have your working yarn just hanging out right here. You'll do the same thing again. You'll just drop the color that you have been working with, pick up this next one, and keep going. And that's how you knit with two colors in the round. And this will be a useful technique for both striping, and also if you ever do any Fair Isle or stranded knitting, you'll be doing a lot of the same techniques. And it's super easy. Just drop it and move on, and then you only have the couple ends to weave in at the end. You don't have to worry about cutting it in between each row. So that is knitting with two colors in the round and carrying it up the side as you go. And I'm Rachel from Jimmy Beans Wool. Thanks for watching.
Thunder rumbles on this American summer night.